Yo, guys. Okay, so you missed selling the Bitcoin dump, which is clearly doing at the moment. You're feeling a little FOMO and maybe saying, what I coulda, shoulda. I'm betting on the long. I'm betting that the breakout's going to happen. And now we're selling back down. What should I do? And it's a fair question. And basically, the argument for today's video is that there is a second chance, guys. So I'm going to show you where that second chance is, and then hopefully get you in. Now, statistically, over weekends, Fridays are really good dump days. So I'm excited about the fact that this short is printing really well at the moment. Okay, so let's get into that trading. Let's quickly say hi to everybody. If you're new, your first time, say hi. Come on, this is a live broadcast. Say hi. I want to know who you are. 25 people joining in live at the moment. Hello, Renee. Morning, Dave. Morning, PJ02. Options expired at Max Payne. Yeah, you see? Well called, my friend. Lee Vlogs. Hello, Lee. Chris is here, and PJ is back saying hi as well. There you go. Jason, good morning to you, my friend. And Mr. Complicated Simpleton. The guys are popping in. Okay, guys, so let's get into the charts. Everybody else jumping in, say hi. It's a live feed. Let's get it. Here's Liesel as well. Hello, Liesel. Okay, so let's talk about this, guys. I'm going to take away everything real quick. So I just want to show you where we're at in the big scheme of things. So if we look at Bitcoin, and this is a 4-hour time frame, trading time frame. If you trade 4 hours. You don't go bigger than that. Realistically, it doesn't really make sense. 4 hour and smaller. Okay. So let's see. Vitali, hey, nice to have you here, my friend. Nice to have you here. Now, do me a quick solid. Go hit the like button on the feed. There's about 51 of you guys. Hit the like button. Let's see if we can get 51 likes. Please, please, please. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do a completely fresh new analysis explaining why I think 71K is in and why you have a second chance. Knowing fair well that we do have a long. The long is okay. Let's, if I'm wrong, because I can get wrong. Okay. So the big thing that I want to kind of point out to you guys when we do this is the simplest way. I mean, for a lot of people, or you can basically just do is use the trend scope indicator. It's a free indicator I created. The link's in the video description. You can go and load it. And the trend scope basically allows you to go through various presets on how the market looks. So short-term momentum, long-term momentum, whether we're in the trading range, scalper, there's a whole list of stuff in there to help make things easier. Now, I've preset them in TradingView. So if I click there, short-term momentum, it loads all the short-term momentum stuff. So short-term momentum, we are still fighting the breakout on the 4-hour time frame. Hence the fact that we've got this long. So if I do this and I kind of show you how I positioned you guys, there's the long. Now, what is short-term momentum? Okay, so from a moving average point of view, you've got your 200, which is your largest time frame. That's pointing to the upside. Okay, then you've got your blue line, which is your 100. It's running parallel with your 200, pointing to the upside, and that's your momentum. So you've got your trend direction, which is up. You've got your momentum, which supports that, but price is below support. So support is lost for the momentum and the trend, which typically then means for most traders using moving averages that these kind of areas is where the bounce will occur. And they're going to want to try and get the longs in there. So they're going to want to try and bet in that direction. Look, we covered already. We entered early. I don't want to trade late. I don't want to be reactive. I want to almost be preemptive, planning on what the market is going to do with the current information. So that's the short-term look. So short-term, it's bullish, potentially testing, and we've got it covered. Now, as soon as we go long-term, and that's now looking at our swing trades, what you're getting at the situation is that price did try and reclaim this 4-hour bearish long-term trend. Now, I mean, this has been bearish since when did we really have an alignment of trends? Since February this year. Now, I know at the beginning of the year, everybody said, bull market, bull market, bull market. Here we go, new year. And then everything just kept on dumping. So we're only climbing. Support is only above the trend, but the momentum is still to catch up. So we're not in any point at the stage where you can swing long with confidence and say, I've got my long and I can just let it run and ride, and Bitcoin 200, Bitcoin 5,000, that kind of 5 million, that kind of crazy. We're not there yet, which means we have to bet that this existing trend, which is clearly still down, is going to be the prevailing or the dominant trend. Okay. I see Peter has also joined in. Peter, why are you yawning like that? Late morning. Peter's face is frozen there. Yeah? Hello, Peter. Nice to have you in the back. Okay, so those are the kind of things that you need to keep in mind, and that's why retail would almost be hopeful, because they're looking at these kind of things and saying, okay, well, let's hope it's going to break out. We're trying to trade. We're just trying to make money. So when we're in the pursuit of trying to make money, we keep things simple, and the simplest way is it's been bearish. Let's treat it like it's bearish, and hopefully this long is not going to get taken out. Now, typically how the market could be spiteful is it can go all the way down into wherever you guys bought within this range and take your money, then turn and run. So I would suggest doing the following. This risk that you have here, keep the stop below that range, because your short is going to keep paying you up until the point that the long gets taken out. So although you might be not making profit in the zone, it's okay. At least you're not losing either. You're hedged. And that's nice. So it gives you the freedom. So I won't abandon the long at any stage, because you can clearly see that there is maybe some hopium coming our way, but it's not there yet at the moment. Okay. Now, a lot of the guys in the Discord group are talking about the CMEs, and I'm actually going to bring up one of the charts from one of the guys there. Okay, so this is Yuri in Discord. So he's looking at all the various spots there, and he's pointing and he's asking which area are we expecting price to go to. 84, thereabout. And what you can see is he's got the buddy indicator on here. You can see where the big momentum is at. That's where price is going to want to try and revisit itself. Big momentum candle tops gives you really good support and resistance areas as well. That's all part of the buddy. And so those would be the areas that you would expect price to go to. So if we go back to our chart here, if we look at where we are now, we're sitting at 85,200, so very close to 84. Now, this is the area where if we want to fight back, if the bulls want to fight back, this is what needs to happen. From that high to that low, a standard fib. That's all you need to do. If we reclaim 85,700, that is a successful fight back. But anywhere back up to this area, that would be a continuation of momentum. And I expect this new 4-hour candle that we have, it's going to close in 3 hours and 44 minutes, to find its way slowly back up to 85.7. And it's at that stage, if you miss the bus here in the sell zone, that you need to start looking on a smaller time frame for an entry. That is something that I will definitely be doing in the Discord for the guys. Okay, there's already, I think, about 5-10 people waiting in there, waiting for the next live for me to finish here so I can go live. And then I'll be looking on the smaller time frames to try and get in. So if you want to get in there, make sure to take an advantage of it. So we've got Blofin, guys, and Blofin allows you to get access to the Discord, get access to some of the live events, and get access to the buddy indicator. Okay, with the trend being down, where we're at now, this is the buddy indicator. We're going to look at it like this. I'm going to switch on all the strategies. I'm just going to show you, if you just trade in harmony with the trend, what would buddy be doing for you? Okay, so I'm going to go to the 15-minute time frame and look at where we're at now. Okay, so on the 15-minute, this is a little choppy still. So what is the rule? How do we navigate buddy so that we don't end up burning our fingers? Very simple. Those that have access to the buddy has access to the trade guide. So what kind of market are we in? Bearish. Okay. What kind of emotion is in prevailing for the bears at this moment? Greed. Okay, because it's dumping. Bears are greedy. It's amazing. And then it's going to say the best trades you need to look for is an orange SO2 and an orange SO3. So unless it gives you that, there's no trade. So you can see there's no orange SO2s, orange SO3s. So none of these setups would be the ones that you would be trading on or would be taking any of your money because of that. Okay, so it just allows you to trade in harmony with the trend so you don't burn your fingers that much. Okay, that's it. Now, let's see what Mara has to understand. I don't understand why it wouldn't take any liquidity from above before dumping. Why the shorts are just having a free trade. My limit order didn't hit because of that. Look at it like this. When we look at it, you know, the argument is if you look at the 4 hour, there's liquidity all the way to 86.6. But the market does a way to stay wrong for longer than you can stay solvent or for your entries. It's trying to get you to compromise your negotiation. So think of it like this. This guy is saying price 85.2 and you need to respond yes or no, you know, by buying and selling. So if you look at it from that kind of idea, the best that you can do is say, okay, if we're negotiating, why not meet me halfway? And the way that I go about meeting me halfway is the following rule. And Peter, maybe you can bring it up, let it scroll to the bottom of the screen. 50% of the candle that makes the higher high, that's the buy. Or 50% of the candle that makes the lower low, that's the sell. So 4 hour time frame, meet me halfway negotiating. You know, we're talking about that liquidity. All you need to do is take this 4 hour, which is locked in now, and put your 50% in and say, okay, right, where did we have? We had our 23.6 there, around these areas from that entire move. So let me just put that back because I need to mark it a little neater. I like to draw on the screen, but there you have it. So let's do this. 23.6 for continuation, 50% for the negotiation. Okay. It's actually a nice rhyme, huh? There's your sell zone. Simple as that. Boom. Price action trading 101. Don't try and overcomplicate things. Okay. So there's your sell zone. So the price will find its way into that zone. Now, hopefully it does. Now, if it just drops and moves, oh, that would be horrible. But let's look at examples of 50% candles that makes a higher high or a lower low. So we can just scroll back and see if there's anything in this scenario where we can see something like that. So I'm looking for a lateral range, and then I'm looking for a big candle that makes a higher high. Lateral range, big candle that make the lower low. So I'm not finding anything here. Let's go back. Lateral range, big candle that makes the lower low. Okay, so there's one there. Now, this is a little tricky because the 4 hour and the 5 hour is so close to the 2. But typically, there's the candle that make the higher high. So it's a little messy, that one. You know, the thing with trading setups is you have to wait for the setup to align completely and beautifully as per the setup. So I'm looking for another lateral range. Let's go. Let's see. I mean, I'm doing this live, guys. This stuff isn't pre-prepared. So I'm just looking for a lateral range with a candle that made a higher high. So probably somewhere in the breakout. Well, there's a good example of one. Lateral range, big candle makes a higher high. What's the rule? 50% of the candle, higher high. So see, this one just kind of ran away. But there's always, when you have these big moves between the 23.6, let me just switch this around, and the 50 is where your entry needs to happen. Okay, 23.6 of the entire move, be the upper end of the range, okay, and of the candle, the 50%. There. And where we have now, why I'm doing the body, it's always the body. At this stage, the body ended up with a flat bottom, so it makes it much easier the way I'm doing. And you can go and test that. There's another scenario of that. Lateral range lower, okay, 50%, 50% of that candle. There's your buy. Okay. There's many, you know, it becomes so blatantly obvious. Lateral range breakout 50%, that's the buy, you know, to wait for the overlaps. Simple. Okay, so what you're doing from a short trader at this stage. So you understand? Let me know in the comment. Are you going to wait for the overlap or are you going to FOMO in? Okay, while that happens, let's just load back to where we are now. Okay, so that's the big playbook now. So I'm waiting for the overlap. And hopefully the overlap occurs now. Maybe the market needs to run a little bit lower. You know, you need to be patient with this. But then that overlap gets tested at some stage. And that's the area where you need to move. Okay, wait for the retrace. Yeah. Now, if you're a degen hardcore trader and you can trade the 15 or the smaller time frames, you know, the buddy indicator at this stage is giving you a lot of momentum. So what you can do is you can wait for the SO3s to print. Now, an SO3 looks at a lot of different things. Let's do this. Let's SO3 only. It will turn the color of the candle to gray. Now, I haven't seen one in a while because it's a unique occurrence. But there's an SO3. There you have it from a bullish point of view. So it will look at the candle structure and it will give you a buy zone on that. So it basically does that same analysis as what I just did for you. That's why it's your trading buddy. It helps you, it guides you. So you can look at this and say, okay, well, we're looking on the 4-hour time frame. Let's zoom to where we are right now. Okay. And I didn't like the volume, so it didn't quite throw it in there. But it's as simple as that. So you can use that as well to great effect to try and get in on the moves. Okay. And that's it. So, buddy, everything like this for free. You just need to go to the Discord, scroll. I like the new Discord theme, mind you. Go to the navigation channel, click on the promotion button, and get your Blofin account signed up today. Link is in the video description. Once you're done, you claim by opening a ticket. It's going to open a ticket that opens a one-on-one chat between, in this case, me and myself, but between me and you. And then in this chat, you're just going to send me your Blofin user ID and your TradingView username so that I can verify and connect you with the buddy. It's as simple as that. Oh, listen to Offie, okay? Go and hit that like button. Thanks so much for taking the time, guys. It's Friday, 17 minutes in. Our shorts are pumping. Everything is looking really rosy at this stage. So, yeah, sit back and relax. Enjoy the gains, you know, and wait for the next move. So I'm just going to switch that on, and I'm going to switch back on the original analysis so we can just keep on tracking. Trend is broken. Okay. There you have it. Thanks so much. Jason, thanks to you as well, my man. Thanks for taking the time, joining in. Have a great weekend as well. A lot of green coming your way. And then for the rest of you guys, I'll see you in the afternoon because I think with this dump, we might see some interesting things on the HODL's front, to say the least, regarding where Ethereum might go. Come on, load. Where Ethereum might go because it's in that buy zone. Okay, so it might go to the bottom of the buy zone. I don't doubt it. I don't think it's going to go low. But these kind of things, so we're going to look at that and a few other stuff. So fingers crossed. Hopefully the market gives us enough structure to justify us looking at these HODLs. Because what am I going to do? Talk about the same candle prices exactly where it's, you know, those kind of things. So like and destroy this dump. Yes. Destroy and milk it for everything you get, because that is the money you're going to be using to get in on the next pump, guys. Okay, simple. And while you're at it, make sure to go follow me on all the other socials and get your ass in the Discord, guys. And if you don't want to use the subscription and you just want to join the community that's there, it's very simple. All you need to do is head over to the Discord and join the private group. It's a once-off fee. It's simple. Once-off fee, you have access to everything forever and whatever else I will be doing into the future. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the money. Enjoy the print. Okay. Send the video to friends. Let's get as many people in on this channel. You know, look at the record there. It speaks for itself. Chat to you later. Cheers, guys.